It is Roger Neel at the Event Center, where this afternoon Youngstown State University erased a 38-31 deficit at the end of the first half. A strong second half, and they went on to beat the BU Bearcats men's basketball team 79-65. Our wrap-up being brought to you by NYSEG, New York State Electric and Gas. Feel the power of NYSEG and Binghamton Bearcats basketball. Well, a strong first half for the Bearcats, including some outstanding three-point shooting, but in the second half, the shooting kind of left them, certainly from three-point range. Binghamton 7 of 13 in the first half, but just 2 of 15 in the second half from beyond the arc, ending up 9 of 28 from three-point range. Brenton Mills, strong game again. He came in averaging 19.5 points a game, ended up with 15, 11 coming in the first half. George Tinsley, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and Håkan Helmersen, starting at the point, ended up with a 9-point game. The Bearcats started 4 sophomores. The lone upperclassman, as far as not a sophomore player, was Thomas Bruce, the senior. Otherwise, 4 of those young players out there getting plenty of playing time. So the Bearcats had the lead at the end of the first half, but unable to hold it. Let's take a look at some of the scoring highlights with Tim Hyman.
This season in college hoops, lessons are being learned every day. None has been more obvious than the dynamic, constantly changing nature of the schedule. Case in point, our showdown today in Vestal. On less than 3 days' notice, the Binghamton Bearcats host the Youngstown State Penguins. 3 lead changes early. Binghamton leads by a point. Petcash drives and adds to it. Responsibility for Rattan Mays running point up top, the freshman. Back to the well. Bohannon right around Akuovo.
Well, it looks like he might need some help down there. He's so strong, and he's got some good footwork. Might have to go double him.
All 8 Youngstown State points belong to their senior from Ohio, Bohannon, who picks it off. Pardon, that's Covington. Covington finishes. Youngstown State back on top.
You see they switch the pick and roll, they switch the dribble handoffs, they switch everything.
Petcash shows off the mid-range touch.
Well, Coach Dempsey wants him to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
Last in turnovers forced. 3 ball off the mark, reeled in by Mills. That was the first thing that Jared Calhoun pointed to that can lead them to more success in the Horizon League. Brenton Mills with his first bucket inside the arc. Tinsley from the corner. And he runs down his own miss. Mills steps into a tray, knocks it down.
Boy, great job by Tinsley running it down, and he gives it to Mills right on time, in position.
Bohannon lost the handle. And now the Bearcats have numbers with Bohannon tracking the play. Tinsley in transition. Bang! Timeout, Penguins.
Has 2 fouls, so it'll make it a little easier for Bohannon on the offensive end. So they're probably going to feature him for the next 5.5 minutes here.
Long range from Mills, his 3rd from deep.
Now, they want him to take 15, 20 shots a game this year.
Well, the roll continues. The last 4 from behind the arc for Binghamton. Akuche got a piece of it. Bohannon knocks down the tray. Another second chance for Binghamton.
Oh,
Mills' floater. Follow, tipped home, Akuovo.
Oh, what a job by Beamer running the first one down.
10th offensive rebound for Binghamton. Helmersen, a tough shot from the baseline.
Good job creating space with that offhand.
Rattan Mays won't go. Gets his own miss. Quisenberry to tie it. It's good.
Wow, Bohannon tipped that ball to...
Penguins a chance to grab their first lead since the early part of the game. Quisenberry got it. The bow and arrow from the junior. Now the Bearcats set the tone in the first half. Owned a 15-point lead at one point. But Youngstown State, on the strength of their upperclassmen, captures their first win in a D1 game this season. A 14-point victory for the Penguins.
We played a very good team today, and you know, we had to play a full 40 minutes to be able to beat them. I thought we did a lot of really good things at times, and they just have a lot of ways to beat you. And I thought, when the game was tight going down the stretch, they stepped up, they made a bunch of threes in a row, and they looked great. They looked great when they needed to be, and we weren't able to respond and get out of here with a win.
And so with the loss, the Bearcats fall to 0-3 in the young season, while Youngstown State University goes to 2-0. The Penguins, now in 3 meetings over the course of the last several seasons, are 3-0 against Binghamton. The Bearcats idle until they open up the America East Conference schedule. That'll be Saturday, back-to-back games, Saturday and Sunday, against Stony Brook. Once again, the final was the visiting Youngstown State Penguins over the Bearcats 79-65 in men's basketball. Our report brought to you by NYSEG. Feel the power of Binghamton Bearcats basketball with NYSEG.